is Nemesis. So I noticed that on my YouTube channel, KOTOR actually got my cat's on my shoulder here, by the way. KOTOR got like a fair amount of views. So, and it's a game where I feel like I have lots to talk about while I play. So, win-win. How was y'all's holidays and New Year's? Return to hideout? Do I need to do that for any reason, I wonder? Oh yeah. Let me get the stream pulled up on me phone. My wife, well, since it's after the holidays, I'll be able to stream a little bit more often here. Okay. And I actually have lighting now. That was kind of the one bit of feedback that I've received. Okay. I think at this point, we might be good to go into the Undercity, I'm thinking. So yes, this is part 3. This is more of a chill run of Star Wars KOTOR. And this is sort of, maybe I'll put it in the description of like, don't stress about watching all this in order. I'll put the part in the parentheses just for reference. So I'm going to talk to Karth real quick.
Yes, what's on your mind?
I just want to talk with you.
Oh, you want to argue some more, is that it?
No, I don't want to argue with you.
And I don't want to argue with you either. And you seem sincere enough, I guess. I just don't trust easily. And for good reasons, which are my own.
But we have to work together, Karth. So it has plenty to do with me.
Oh, damn it. I suppose I won't get any rest until I talk, will I? You want to know
Hey, I have a
why I
viewer.
don't
What's going
trust
on?
anyone? Fine. Here goes. 5 years
Thanks
ago,
for watching.
the Jedi had just finished the war with the Mandalorians. Revan and Malak were heroes. I was damn proud to have served in their fleet. It was completely unexpected when they turned on us, invading the Republic while we were still weak. Nobody knew what to think, least of all me. Our heroes had become brutal, conquering Sith, and we were all but helpless before them. I mean, think about it. If you can't even trust the best of the Jedi, who can you trust?
I suppose you can't. That must have been hard to take.
No, it wasn't even that. There were others. Good, solid men, trusted men who turned on us as well and joined their cause. Malak and Revan and the Sith deserve to die for what they've done, but the ones who fled the Republic and joined them are even worse. The dark side has nothing to do with why they joined with the Sith. They deserve no mercy.
He's not wrong. Like, fully wrong, I mean. So I could say, you say that with such hatred. Or I could say, I haven't joined the Sith, Karth, which sounds kind of a dumb response. I'll go with the first one.
I know. I should apologize to you. I've become so accustomed to expecting
His voice
the worst
actor
of others,
kills
and
it, by
you've
the
done
way.
Nothing to deserve it.
I've always
It's
liked
just...
Karth.
No, never mind. Let's just continue with what we were doing. I don't want to talk about it.
Alright, cool. I believe we are ready to go to the Undercity.
Hold on there, civilian. Only those with official Sith business are allowed into the Undercity. Unless you've got the proper security papers, you better just turn around and go back the way you came. Let me see. Yeah, these look to be in
Got
order.
the security
Okay,
papers,
you
of
can go down
course,
if you
from the
want.
Hidden Beck's
Can't say
hideout
I envy you, though.
earlier.
The Undercity is crawling with mutants. Rat ghouls, they call them. If you see anything moving down there, shoot first and ask questions later.
Rack ghouls. Rat ghouls are very polarizing, I feel, in this game. I know a lot of people that, well, maybe not a lot of people.
You there, Upworlder! Anyone using this elevator has to pay the toll.
Yeah, this is our elevator. If you use it, you gotta give us something.
I don't believe this planet. Even the beggars are trying to shake us down.
5 credits. That's what it costs to use our elevator. 5 credits.
Who are you? What are you doing here in the Undercity?
We are the outcasts, banished and reviled by those who dwell above.
Here in the filth and darkness, we claw out a wretched existence, scavenging and begging just to survive long enough to see another wretched day.
This is our
That's
village.
terrible.
We live here in the Undercity. You have to pay us 5 credits for using our elevator.
I can say you poor wretches, here's 20 credits to buy some food and clothing, which I wouldn't say that. Okay, here's 5 credits. I don't have any credits on me, which is a total lie. This is a public elevator. I'm not paying any toll. Get out of here, you filthy beggars, or I'll use my blaster to end your suffering permanently. I'm just gonna say, okay, here's 5 credits. That's what I would do in real
Credits,
life.
my brother!
So.
We have credits. Now we can buy food and medicine.
Hush! Or the others
That's
will hear
fucked
us.
up, bro.
They'll want our credits. We have to hide them.
Capitalism.
Go on, you two, get out of here! I'm sorry about that. Those 2 beggars give everyone in the village a bad name. We aren't all like that, you know. Most of us are good people.
I'm sure you are, miss. It's just too bad your little welcoming committee is here to give people a bad first impression.
My name's Nemesis. Who are you?
My name is Sharina. You're from the Upworld, aren't you? I've never seen it. I was born here in the Undercity. Is it as nice as they say up there?
The surface is a beautiful place. I'm not gonna say it's better than this festering slime pit. This game's crazy for having that option, by the way.
I've never been to the surface, but
It's gotta be a
sometimes I
dick
think
for
I
no
can see
reason,
it in my
man.
dreams. The sun, the sky, the stars. It all sounds so...
Why does Karth look mad?
So wonderful. Gendar, the leader of our village, tells me I should spend more time trying to improve things down here and less time dreaming about something I can never have.
What is that weird
Maybe he's right.
sound that
You
keeps
probably
happening?
think I'm a fool.
I
having
wonder if it
dreams
shows
in a
up on
place I've never
stream.
even seen.
I'll have to listen later.
But when I was little, Rukil used
It's
to
like
tell
a
me stories of what
weird
it was
little
like up there.
audio glitch that's happening in my headphones. Rukil, who's that?
Rukil's the oldest man in the village. The kids call him Rukil Wrinkleskin, but he's a kind man. He used to tell me the greatest stories when I was a little girl. I still like to listen to his tales about the Promised Land, even though I know they're just legends, but it helps to make the Undercity seem less dark somehow.
The Promised Land? What's that?
It's just a story to make little children smile. Rukil believes in it, though. Sometimes I can almost believe it myself, but then I look around and see the ugly truth. I guess we have to make the best of what we have, though. If you really want to learn more about the Promised Land, you should speak to Rukil.
Where can I find Rukil?
He's wandering around somewhere on the south side of the village. He doesn't move too far. He's hard on his bones. He's over 100 years old. The children laugh at him, and people think he's crazy because of his stories about the Promised Land, but he's really just a kind old man.
I'll be going now.
Oh, okay. Well, if you ever need anything, or if you just feel like talking, come back and see me. I hardly ever get a chance to speak to someone from the Upworld.
From the Upworld. That's crazy. So yeah, in this setting, these poor people are banished to live in the Undercity, which, if I'm being honest, kind of reminds me of Midgar in Final Fantasy VII. I don't know why I've never made this connection before, but it's kind of just the same concept as Midgar. You're underneath the fucking city on this planet. You can't even see the freaking sky. So, yeah, it's fucked up, man.
Wait, Upwelder. You can't go through this gate. There is too much danger and suffering beyond. For your own sake, turn back.
Danger and the hell was that? Am I having a stroke? Danger and suffering? What are you talking about?
The villagers infected with the Ruggle disease are quarantined beyond this gate. It's only a matter of time until they transform into horrible creatures that would destroy us all.
So you just lock them away in a cage?
For the sake of the village, we have to keep the infected ones locked away. And when they finally do transform into Ruggles, we'll let them destroy each other.
That's dirty work. There must be something someone can do.
Nothing can be done for the infected villagers. Even the serum to counteract the Ruggle disease wouldn't be any use now. Nobody would be foolish enough to risk going into the pens to give them the cure. The infected ones could transform into Ruggles and attack them at any moment.
So you'll have the infected ones just die? You're a coward.
I can't help the infected ones. They have to die so that the rest of the village can live. I accept this. If you think that makes me a coward, so be it.
I'm going through those gates to try and help the infected ones.
I can't stop you from going through the gates, Upwelder, but if the infected ones have already transformed into Ruggles, you'll be walking into your grave.
Nah, lady.
Please, help us. We're infected with the Ruggle disease. At any moment we could... no! This cannot be... No!
I should get light side points for this. I'm putting these people out of their misery. So that's a rat ghoul. And, it's kind of the bane of this setting in a lot of ways. But I don't mind them. I mean, I remember being in high school and playing this game for the first time. And kind of not really having much of an opinion on the rat ghouls. I know what... excuse me. I know one of my buddies hated them. And some people just think they're corny or just are annoyed that they're a thing. And they say it's not Star Wars. I don't really have an issue with the rat ghouls. I mean, it's friggin' Star Wars, so... Spam and proof worry. So yeah, they do go ahead and poison you. Or infect you, rather. And that will... Fuck, I might die. Hold on. Shit. Do I have it on easy, don't I? Alright. That was... And I guess antidote kit. See? Why are people tripping? So, that's interesting. You can get infected when you fight the rat ghouls, but then when you use an antidote kit, you're good. So why do we even need the rat ghoul serum at this point? Question mark.
Please, please, you have to help us. We beg you. We don't want to end up like the others. Please help us. We can't end up like them.
Don't worry. I'm here to help you.
You'll help us? Oh, bless you, Upworlder, bless you. But you must hurry. We have the rat ghoul disease. It is only a matter of time until we are transformed into terrible creatures, like those who attacked you when you first came into the pen. It is too late for them. Soon it will be too late for us, and we will transform into those horrible rat ghouls ourselves.
Don't worry. I'll be back when I find a cure for you.
Please hurry, Upworlder. We don't have much time until the transformation. Don't forget about us, Upworlder. If you find any way to cure this disease, please come back and help us.
I've never played this game with headphones, and I'm noticing a little bit of ambient noise, which is interesting. So what you'll notice is when you go any new area you go into in this game, it'll open up, you know, into the little area where you'll have your NPCs that have quests for you and side quests and things like that that you do to get experience in this game. So this is Rookhill. This is the lady, not lady, but this is the one that the lady was talking about earlier. See what he has to say.
You come from the world above. Is this the time of destiny, then? Is this a portent of the salvation of my people? Or merely another false sign to mislead us from the path? Are you the herald of prophecy, the beacon to guide us through the darkness? Or are you merely another harbinger of shattered dreams and unfulfilled promises?
Be careful. This one might be crazy enough to be dangerous.
Speak to me, Upworlder. Tell me what fate you unleash upon us. Salvation or damnation? Speak, Upworlder. I beg you.
Okay then. Could I ask you some questions?
Question. You are uncertain, bewildered, perplexed. Understandable, I suppose. Even after 100 years of life, I myself still become confused at times.
He's
Perhaps I can
too
make
pure
things
for this
more
world.
clear. Some things, at least. My name is Rookhill, the oldest outcast here in the village. Rookhill Wrinkleskin, the children call me sometimes.
You know, it's crazy, like, if, the reason he's made it to such a old age in this, like, shitty environment with no sunlight, what if, like, the radiation down here, like, makes them live longer, and maybe, maybe that's where the rat ghouls come from. I'm Nemesis. What do you want from me, Ruko?
Once I was honored for my wisdom. Over time, the villagers fell away from the true path. Eventually, there was only a single apprentice who followed me. And now she is gone too.
The true path? What does that mean?
No, not yet. I must be wary. Careful. You may be a false savior. Dare I share my secrets with you? No, not until you prove yourself.
Prove myself. How can I do that?
My apprentice is lost. I sent her out into the Undercity to find... Well, I cannot tell you. Not yet. Sadly, my apprentice has not returned. Please, Upworlder, will you help an old man? Will you seek out my apprentice in the Undercity? Her name is Malia. I must know of her fate, whatever it may be. I must know what she found.
I will help you with this, Ruko.
Finding her may be difficult. Malia could be anywhere in the Undercity. But if you will find her, I will know you to be our true savior. Only then can I reveal my secret knowledge to you.
I'll be back if I find anything out.
I wish you luck, Upworlder. Come speak to me again once you have discovered the fate of my apprentice.
Okay. Yeah, do go ahead and get in the habit of saving in multiple slots if you can. If you're playing this game vanilla. Which I am, because I'm on Xbox. Alright, let's go see what Gendar has to say.
Greetings, Upworlder. We rarely see your kind here in the Undercity.
It's
I
another
find it
brother.
strange that so many of you have come down from the surface recently.
No offense, but I can see why people normally avoid this place.
Why have you come to
Yeah,
this dark
Garth.
and sunless place? Is there something you need of me or my village? I will help you however I can.
What's up?
My battery's at 5%, and I don't have a charger. I don't know what to do.
Might just have to use your phone, man.
Okay.
Love you, man.
Yeah, are you still recording?
I'm streaming Star Wars. Sorry, it was my kid. Left his laptop charger at my mother-in-law's. Unfortunately. He always does night sounds, so I just told him to do it on his phone that he has. Who are you people? Why do you live here in the Undercity? It's kind of an offensive question. It's not like they have a choice to be down here. I'm going to say, you said something about other Upworlders who came by here recently?
Our village has seen many visitors from the surface recently. Armored troops, swoop gang members, mercenaries. They come to search our sunless world. They're even searching the sewers.
I'm looking for a Twi'lek named Mission Val.
Yes, I have seen this Twi'lek many times, though I've never spoken to her. She and her Wookiee companion often pass through our village on their way to explore the sewers.
How can I get to the sewers?
There are two entrances into the sewers from the Undercity. One to the northeast of our village, the other to the southeast. But the sewers are dangerous, Upworlder. If you dare to travel those dark tunnels, you would be wise to go heavily armed. Unless you wish to become a meal for the rock ghouls and the other foul
I just found
creatures.
out I can watch YouTube in VR. There are these 360 videos, you know those? You can like do it, and it's very immersive.
Look, Blue's on camera.
She's on camera. Hi, Blue.
Love you, buddy. My kid's awesome. Every time he walks off, we have to say, I love you. It's like a tick that he has. It's adorable. I want to ask you some questions.
Ask your questions, Upworlder. I will answer to the best of my knowledge, though I know little beyond the borders of the Undercity.
This dude looks like he'd been smoking too. I already told him I'm looking for mission. Tell me about the rat ghouls that live down here.
The rat ghouls are monsters, hideous mutations who feast on the flesh of our villagers. Their diseased jaws can infect those they attack, transforming the victim into one of those abominations. We know of no cure for the disease, and for the good of the village, we must banish any who become infected, lest they transform and turn on us. Ask your questions, Upworlder. As you wish, Upworlder. Should you have need of anything else, come speak to me. I represent the entire village, and I will do my best to help you however I can.
Alright, so he's pretty much the village leader. Only other couple, yeah. So this dude is like a merchant.
Hey, you ain't from the village. You're from the Upworld, ain't you? Yes, you've got credits, I bet.
Watch yourself. There's something slimy about this guy. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
My name's Saigir.
This feels
I run a
so
little
Star
salvage shop
Wars
here.
too.
You want
Which
to buy
is
something from my store? I got
something
some good
BioWare
deals.
nailed in this, I feel. How do you manage to run a store here in the Undercity?
If a villager comes across any useful salvage in the Undercity, they bring it to me. Every so often, members from the lower city gangs come down to trade for the salvage. They'll exchange food and medicine for engine parts, old blasters, and the like. Sometimes they even give me credits if I have some really good stuff.
Alright, let me see what you got.
Yeah, it ain't the best stuff. Mostly salvage and such, but the prices are right.
I already got a few antidote kits. Doesn't hurt to have more, considering that we're going into... I wish it told me how many I had, like, already. Buy a bunch of med packs before we go in these damn sewers, man. Do I want to... We'll probably just loot some computer spikes. I don't really know if I need to buy that or not. He's actually got a decent freaking selection for... Yes, I'm buying Bazak cards, bro. Don't judge me. Yeah, the rest of everything, I'll just loot, pretty much. I don't feel the need to buy too much more.
Hey there, Upworlder. You want to see what I got for sale? Oh, you better ask Gendar. He's the spokesman for the village. I just run the store. Gendar seems to think I should share the profits of my store with the whole village. He figures we're all in this together, so it should be share and share alike. But I'm the one who runs the store. I'm the one who makes the deals. The others just bring me salvage to trade with the Upworlders. Why should they get anything?
That's a pretty selfish attitude, dog.
Hey! You don't know what it's like down here. I have to claw and scrape to survive. Nobody else will look out for me. But Gendar doesn't agree with my philosophy. He caught me hoarding supplies a while back. I figured I'd wait until food was scarce and then I could offer it to people who'd follow me instead of Gendar. Then I'd be the leader. But Gendar made me share my hoard.
Why does he want to be the leader?
Since then, he hasn't trusted me. He keeps me around because of my store, though. Without it, this village wouldn't stand a chance.
Alright. I'll be going now.
Yeah, okay. You'll come back and see me if you want a deal.
I feel like there was other dialogue with that guy, but I could be tripping.
Hurry, Hendar! Hurry! I can hear it coming!
He'll never make it. He's doomed. I told him he was a fool to leave the village.
He will make it. Run, Hendar, run!
Open the gate! Quickly! There isn't much time!
I can't. The Rackles are too close.
The mutants will kill him if you don't open the gate!
And if I open the gate, they'll kill us all.
No! You can't do this! It isn't fair! Please, make him open the gate. Hendar will die if he doesn't.
I can't open the gate. Not while the Rackles are so near.
Open the gate. I'll kill the Rackles.
You'd risk your life for a stranger? You're brave, Upworlder. I'll open the gate for you, but you gotta be quick. In a few seconds, I must close and lock it again.
I don't know why sometimes the controls don't necessarily work, like when you're trying to stack different attacks that you're selecting, the different feats that you can do in combat. I like to alternate saves just to be on the, you know, in case we get a bug or something like that. It's never, I don't even think that's ever happened to me, but better safe than sorry. I was making sure it's on easy, because this part can be kind of punishing. I'm not gonna lie. Now, the one thing that's, like, I like to go ahead and just cover all the ground that I can before I go into the sewers. Namely because I think there's a couple of journals for the Promised Land side quest, and yeah, just some items and stuff like that. So even though we see that Sith trooper in the distance over there, I might kind of just go this way first, just to cover as much as I can when I come back around.
Please, you have to help me.
Alright.
Nobody else is gonna help me. Even the Becks won't help me.
I forgot
But I
Mission
can't just leave him
kind
there.
of finds
He's
us
my
here.
friend. You'll help me, won't you?
Whoa, slow down, Mission. What's wrong?
It's Zalbar. He's in trouble. Big trouble. We have to help him. If we don't, they'll sell him into slavery.
If I'm not mistaken, this voice actress does Padme for the Clone Wars. Calm down, Mission. Take a deep breath and tell me what happened.
Me and Zalbar, we were just wandering around here in the Undercity. You know, looking for stuff we could find, just kind of exploring. We do it all the time.
I guess with a Wookiee at your side, you gotta figure you can handle the odd rat ghoul attack.
Only this time, they were waiting for us. Gamorrean slave hunters. We didn't even have a chance to run. Big Z threw himself at him and then roared for me to run. I took off. I figured Zalbar would be right behind me. But there were too many of them. He couldn't get away. They're going to sell him to a slaver, I just know it.
Do you know where they took him?
I don't know for sure, but those Gamorrean out in the sewers. The stink reminds him of home, I guess. That's probably where they took Big Z.
If I help you get Zalbar back, you have to get me inside the Volker base.
It's a deal. As soon as we get Big Z back, I'll show you a way into that Volker base. Now come on! We have to find Zalbar before they sell him to slavers, or worse.
Do you know where he's being kept?
The Gamorreans make their camps in the sewers. I bet that's where we'll find Zalbar. And that's where I'll show you the secret entrance into the Volker compound.
Pretty good exposition all around. I mean, you know, you came down here looking for Mission to see if she could get you into the Volker base, because she's always down here when she probably shouldn't be, if we're being honest. But she does usually have her Wookiee friend with her, Big Z, Zalbar. So we're going to go help her find him. But like I said, before we double back and go into the sewers, we might as well kind of go over here and, you know, just make sure we unlock all the map and get everything we need to get. And I usually just auto level my party members. You'll notice I save a lot. I just, with this kind of game, I've always been that way. I've had too much fuckery happen in the past. Canderous.
Don't move. I'm not afraid to use this blaster if I have to.
Settle down, kid. We've already lost enough men to those damn rat ghouls. The last thing we need now is more casualties from a needless firefight. By the looks of you, I'd say you're down here for the same reason we are. To salvage something from those downed Republic space pods. Let me give you some advice. Forget about it. Do yourself a favor and just head back from where you came.
Why, is there some danger down here?
This isn't a good place to stand around chatting. The Undercity is crawling with rat ghouls. I've already lost a half a dozen men to those monsters.
Canderous, I heard something. Over there, in the shadows. Sounded like a rat ghoul.
Looks like we've got
They
company.
are sort of an
Get those
annoying
blasters
enemy,
ready,
I will say
boys.
that. A lot more doable once you get a third party member.
I told Davik this salvage mission was a bad idea. His men aren't trained for this kind of thing, and I can't babysit them all. Okay, boys. We're getting out of here before I lose anyone else. I can't carry all this salvage back by myself. You'd be smart to get out of here as well. Even if you can handle the rat ghouls, I doubt there's anything worth finding anymore.
What do you mean by that?
Davik sent me down here with this motley crew to scavenge whatever we could from the Republic escape pods that crashed during the recent battle overhead. But the lower city gangs got here first.
Crew.
Anything worthwhile in those Republic pods is probably in their hands by now. Davik won't like that.
What can you tell me about Davik?
What are you, an off-worlder? Everyone knows Davik. He's a member of the Exchange. You know, the interstellar crime syndicate. Smuggling, gambling, extortion. Davik controls it all here on Taris. That's why I'm working for him. But lately, the lower city gangs have been giving my boss some trouble.
What do you know about the lower city gangs?
This isn't really the best place to have these kinds of conversations. But I guess I could spare a couple of seconds for you. After all, you did help us out with those rat ghouls. The lower city is overrun with gangs. But the two most important ones are the Hidden Becks and the Black Vulkars. Used to be the Becks were the big dog and kept the others in line. But lately the Black Vulkars are moving in on Beck turf and challenging them for control. The Vulkars are even starting to defy Davik. Take these escape pods, for example. Everyone knew Davik would want first crack at them. But I know for a fact those damn Vulkars have already sent their own salvage party down here.
What can you... Oh, wait, I already asked him about Davik, so... Yeah. Better get going now.
Come on, boys, let's move out.
I don't think any of the rat ghouls dropped any loot or anything like that. So, alright. Yeah, we're just gonna go. We're just gonna let this all happen organically. I always like to kind of go over here just to make sure there's no quest items or anything like that. Because I'm pretty sure one of the journals is back here. Either way, before I go into the sewers, it's always a good idea to just come over here and do some cleanup. It's kind of gay that you can't stack the attacks. I don't know if that's like a bug or what it is. Maybe that's better in the second game. Promised Land Apprentice Journal. So I think this is the apprentice that we're looking for. The apprentice is dead. I don't remember if I put points into demolitions. I feel like I did, though. Let's see. I know I can at least disable it. Well, mission can probably recover it, but I don't know. Didn't really feel like having to fuss with that. Alright, so there's no... Let me just make sure I got everything back here. And this area is good and clear. Yeah, it's just that journal. Alright, cool. We gonna head back over. Probably to the sewers. But first, it might be good to... You can get into the sewers by going into that door right there, by the way. But first, I'm going to go back into this little Undercity part and tell the dude I found that journal. Because that'll open up some more dialogue for him and the merchant, I believe. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, he's over here.
Greetings once more, Upworlder. Do you bring news of my apprentice? Have you discovered her fate and proved yourself to be a true savior of my people?
Your apprentice is dead. I have her journal.
It is as I feared, then. She joins the list of those who have given their lives in the service of our cause. But though I am saddened by this news, there is yet hope. By finding my apprentice, you have proved yourself worthy, Upworlder. You are to be the beacon on our path to salvation. You will guide us to the Promised Land.
Guide you? I don't even know where the Promised Land is.
You are marked, Upworlder. Even my dim old eyes can see the mantle of destiny that cloaks you. Perhaps old Rukil knows you better than you know yourself. I am old. I have lived 100 years in the Undercity, cast down into the darkness. I know the legends and history of our people.
Wouldn't it be interesting if he ended up being force sensitive? Maybe that's like... I don't know why that's never occurred to me. Very well. Tell me the history of your people.
The great city of Taris covers the entire surface of this planet. There is no land to grow food. Kelp harvests and the creatures of the sea are our only food source. A century ago, rising levels of toxic pollution poisoned the oceans, and famine swept the planet. The rich hoarded food for their own use, and the poor were left to starve and die.
From what I've seen of Terrace, it doesn't look like much has changed. Except for the upper city, people here are just as bad off as the poor in your little history.
But the poor rose up against this tyranny, and civil war engulfed the planet. Millions died in the fighting, and huge sections of Taris were destroyed or abandoned. The rebellion was crushed in the end. Thousands were taken prisoner. The jails could not hold them all, and so the practice of banishing all prisoners to the Undercity was born.
Is that how you came to be down here?
Many brave men and women were banished here to the Undercity for their part in the rebellion. People like my father and grandfather were cast down, along with their families.
What did you expect? If they could get away with it, the Teresian nobles would stuff their own mothers down here to make more room in the upper city.
Now we live a dark existence beneath the streets of Terrace, a life devoid of all hope but one, the Promised Land. And you will be the one to show us the way to get there. Legends tell of a self-sufficient colony founded just before the famine and lost during the Civil War. A paradise beneath the Undercity where droid servants tend to every need. For many years I searched for the Promised Land, just as my grandfather and father did before me. When I became old and gray, my apprentice continued the search on my behalf.
Sounds like a myth to me. Something to give the people here some false hope to cling to so they don't go mad with despair.
I have collected many clues hinting at its location. The journal of my apprentice provides yet more information. But still, there are too many pieces missing from this puzzle. But I know my father and grandfather each had journals where they recorded their own discoveries. Perhaps with their journals, I could at last uncover its hidden location.
I have one of the journals you're looking for.
Yes, Upworlder. Well done. However, I see that this journal alone does not have enough clues for me to solve this mystery. Too many pieces are still missing. I'm afraid that only with all three journals, my grandfather's, my father's, and my apprentice's, will I be able to discover the location of the Promised Land. I will leave this journal with you for safekeeping for now. Perhaps it will aid you in your search for the others. I wish you luck, Upworlder, for the sake of the entire village.
Okay. I want to point out, this is good storytelling. So we got some good exposition and some lore of Terrace, and we kind of figured out how these people have ended up down here, and it's just from generations of prisoners being sent down, and it's probably not only limited to that, if we're being honest. So these people are destitute from society, and they're in this underworld hellhole. And the thing about this Promised Land is, I like to think that it is intentionally left kind of vague as to whether or not it actually exists. And I believe that's good storytelling in this setting. That we can hope, you know, we're not quite there yet story-wise, and, you know, I don't want to spoil too much, I guess, but, you know, later on when some things happen with Terrace and whatnot, you would like to think that these people found their Promised Land, and maybe it's a little bit deeper into the planet, which would be relevant in this case, and you never know, man. Droid servants down there ready to do stuff for you. I mean, it could be related to, like, when we go to the other planets and we find the ancient temples that are related to the Starforge. Spoilers. It's left vague, and I like that. Well done. I'm probably going the wrong way. Yes. Okay. So yeah, we'll go back. We'll talk to the merchant, and then we'll go to the other side of this other outside area before we go down to the sewers, ultimately.
I saw you talking with Rukel. He told you his legends about the Promised Land, didn't he? He told you all about his missing apprentice and the other lost explorers, right? You know, most people don't believe his stories. They figure he's nothing but an old cook. But I think there might be some truth in what he's saying. That's why I want to stop him.
Stop him? What are you talking about?
For an outcast, I've got things pretty good. The village relies on me to bring in food and supplies. I'm an important man. If it wasn't for Gendar, I'd be running this place.
I get that feeling if it wasn't for Gendar, this place would be a lot worse off than it is.
But if Rukel ever finds his Promised Land, I'm sunk. People won't need to rely on me anymore. I'll just be another nobody like all the rest of the villagers. I won't let that happen.
That's horrible. How can you be so self-centered?
Don't judge me. I learned a long time ago that if I want to survive down here, I've got to look out for number one. The two explorers who went searching for the Promised Land might have found something. They might have found clues or evidence, just like Rukel's apprentice. They would have recorded that information in their journals. I'll pay you if you bring all three journals to me. The two from the explorers and the one from Rukel's apprentice.
Okay.
Then I can destroy the evidence and make sure nobody ever finds the Promised Land. I've saved up enough credits for my business here to make it worth your while.
Time out, first of all. Not only is this guy saying that the villagers shouldn't get a share of the salvage that they bring him to run the store in the first place, he wants to keep them as customers, so he's not gonna... He doesn't want the Promised Land to be found if it is real, so that people will continue to buy from his store and bring him salvage. Forget it. I won't betray Rukel and the village for you.
Don't be a fool. I'm the only one here who can pay you for those journals. Rukel has nothing. He won't be able to come up with any kind of reward. Once you have all three journals, just bring them to me and I'll give you a decent reward. Now, was there something else you needed? It ain't the best.
Alright. Make sure we got plenty of freaking med packs and antidote kits for this section. Save right quick. And we're gonna get to the sewers. I just gotta go explore this other area and make sure. I think there's like one more journal like on this outside area before you get into the sewers. I could be wrong though. They might both be in the sewers.
You there, civilian. This is a restricted area. What are you doing down here?
These aren't the droids you're looking for. Look, I've got all the proper security papers.
Security papers? Oh, you're one of those trackers the commander sent down, right? They should have given you an armed escort. It's nasty down here. We've already lost one patrol. We figure the Rak ghouls got them. We've had so many encounters with those things, we've actually run out of Rak ghoul serum. Plus, we've had several skirmishes with looters from those lower city swoop gangs. I'm telling you, we should just stay in the upper city where we're in control.
Yeah, why are they even down here? You said you lost one patrol already?
Oh, is that why you're down here? Search and rescue? I didn't think they'd send anyone. They were in the southern section of the Undercity when we lost contact. I would have gone to investigate, but my orders are to search for those crashed escape pods, even if it means leaving another patrol to die.
That's cold. Why don't you just give up the search, or you just follow your orders and keep looking? I'm gonna say, why don't you just give up?
Hey, show, let's get back to it. The sooner we get this search done, the sooner we can get out of this mutant-infested hole. Move out.
Alright.
You'll never get me.
I like the turn-based combat personally. It's a good time. A little laid back, you know. Oh, okay. That was weird. I lost control of my character for a second there. I think this guy has serum, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So, the thing about the rat ghoul serum, I can take it up to the guy that works in the medical facility in the upper city, so he can process it and blah blah blah. A lot of good that's gonna do them. There's also the people that are in that little cage or whatever in this little village down here that need the cure. Thing is, if I give them this cure, I won't be able to turn it into the guy in the upper city, right? So, probably just gonna hang on to him for now. Looks like I got maybe some better armor. Let's see. Actually, my Achani fiber armor is pretty dope, so yeah, I'm just gonna stay in that. Yeah, I think somebody leveled up. Yeah, mission did. So yeah, I'm already level 5, so when I do level up again, I'm just gonna save my levels for Dantooine, for when I'm a Jedi. Thanks for watching, by the way, if you are. So there's an entrance to the sewer here. Probably not going to go in there quite yet, because I just want to make sure I get every item out here that I can get. And I guess the big thing here is like, just, you can use an antidote kit. Definitely don't waste the rat ghoul serum, you know,
What?
on yourself. So here's another entrance into the sewers. This is probably the entrance we're going to end up taking into the sewers, because I'm pretty sure that there's nothing else over here that we need to worry about looting or anything. Yeah. So we can go ahead and enter the sewers at this point. I think I already looted this. Why am I doing? Okay, just making sure. Oh, it was, is this not an entrance? It seems like an entrance, does it not? I mean, I guess I'll take the other one.
Hey there, what can I do for you?
I want to know a little more about you, Mission.
Really? You want to know about me? Nobody's ever really been interested in me before. What do you want to know?
How did you and Zalbar hook up?
Big Z's my family, you know? My parents, well, I guess they're dead. It was just me on my own until the day I saw Zalbar in the lower city. I could tell right away he was in trouble. This was before the gang wars were out of hand. But even then, the Volkers were scum. A few of them were hassling Big Z, trying to pick a fight, but he wasn't looking for trouble.
Who'd want to pick a fight with a Wookiee?
Hey, nobody said the Volkers were smart, but there were 3 of them, so maybe they figured they could handle him. I don't know. Anyway, I don't like the Volkers at the best of times. And when I saw them picking on this poor Wookiee, all alone on a strange planet, overwhelmed by the big city, I just lost it. I screamed out, "Leave him alone, you core slimes!" and charged right at them. Well, one of them saw me coming and slapped me so hard he just about knocked me cold.
You're lucky he didn't fry you with a blaster.
Hey, I don't need a lecture from you. You ain't my mother. I knew what I was doing. Those Volkers didn't scare me. They're nothing but cowards. I knew how to deal with them. Of course, I never got the chance. I guess Zalbar didn't like seeing me get smacked around. He let out this howl and yanked that Volker a meter up off the ground and held him there by his throat.
What did the other 2 Volkers do?
The other 2 screamed and ran off. Can't say I blame them. The first time you see an angry Wookiee up close, it isn't a pretty sight. I thought Zalbar was gonna rip that punk's arms off and beat him to death with his own fists. The Volker was so scared, he fainted. Or maybe it was Big Z's breath just knocked him out. I keep telling Zalbar to brush those choppers of his, but he never listens. Just stay upwind when he's speaking and you'll be fine. Anyway, I knew those Volkers would be back with friends, so I grabbed Zalbar and we took off. Ever since then, we've been a team. We look out for each other, you know?
How did you survive before you met Zalbar?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You think I can't take care of myself? I've got street smarts. I know how to get by on my own. In fact, I look out for Zalbar more than he looks out for me, you know? Big Z's a little bit too gullible to make it alone on the mean streets of the lower city.
That's funny. How did Zalbar end up on Terrace?
He was fleeing some kind of trouble back on Kashyyyk. That's all I know, really. Big Z doesn't like to talk about it. In case you didn't notice, he's the strong, silent type. Doesn't much matter to me, though. I accept him for what he is, not what he was. Me and Zalbar like to live in the present.
We should get back to the task at hand.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Like I used to tell my brother, fast talk and slick words don't get the job done.
I didn't know you had a brother.
My brother's a touchy subject, you know. It just so happens I don't really feel like talking about him right now. Nothing personal. Let's just get back to the business at hand, okay?
So I guess this isn't a sewer entrance, which is fine. I'll just go to that other one that I found.
What time is it?
It's like 12:21. My wife got it. You okay, love? Yeah, she was, I guess. Yeah, I think he's already getting set up. He told me he was going to bed earlier.
No, he's not.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not trying to, like, blow your eardrums out. Of course, my dog is over there scratching. Dee Dee, shut up. Alright, this part's cool, because you fight Gamorrean raiders. It's actually kind of dope. I'm gonna go check on my wife right quick. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Because his laptop charger's at your mom's. I mean, the only option is his phone.
I know.
Do I have to? I'm in the middle of a stream. Do I need to stop?
No, it should be fine. I think you. Love you.
Love you. Sorry, y'all. I'm back.
Protect and serve.
I'm playing Star Wars.
Okay, we'll still protect and serve.
Okay. I was playing Police Sim last night, which is why she was saying protect and serve. That game's actually fun. But I felt like I'd have more to talk about in this game. Alright, if my dog can, like, chill out, too, that'd be cool. Yeah. Alright, let's fight these Gamorrean dudes. That's weird, the attack stuff is actually working randomly. Like, working properly. Another journal, perhaps? No. One more journal. So there's one journal left. Karth is murking these guys before I even have a chance to fight them. Taking an earphone out because. Alright. I'm gonna end up going that way, but I want to explore all the sewers that I can. This is the entrance to the hidden decks, and she's not gonna. It works out because she isn't gonna take this force field down for us till we find Zalbar anyway, so. If you can, go ahead and just have mission recover the mines. That way you can sell them in a merchant later if you're hurting for money, which is possible in this game if you're light side because you give friggin' people money so much.
Yes. What?
Huh?
What?
That energy shield leads to another section of the sewers. The entrance to the Vulcar base is somewhere past there. I've got the codes to lower the shield, but we have to rescue Zalbar from those Gamorrean slavers. Don't worry.
Sorry, I'm listening
we can
out
come
for
back
my
after we find Big Z.
wife and kid right quick. I think they're just about to go to bed. Okay. We is back. I'm trying to get more comfortable on camera too, and like be able to stream longer at a time. Not that it really matters at this point because I don't really have too many followers yet, but I want to be able to stream like a decent amount for people and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
But yeah, I'm trying to get to where I'm like, 'cause it took me a while to get, you know, used to kind of using OBS at just like an amateur level, getting the audio balance right, and I still probably don't have that quite right. I actually have lighting now, so everything's coming together, and now it's just a matter of consistency. Oh wait, why did I exit out of there? I guess that door you had to like open it manually from inside, which makes sense, I guess. Almost like Metroidvania-esque. I don't remember there being... Why would there be rat ghouls? This seems like a different... Okay, there's the shield. Oh, okay. So this is the way I want to go. Karth leveled up. Alright. I don't know why my... Well, it's not uncommon for my wife to get up in the middle of the night, but I don't know why my kid's still up. I think this might actually kind of be where Zalbar's at, but we shall see.
What?
Yes.
Alright, so we got all the journals. My poor wife, she's been sick. She's feeling a little better, but still not quite all there where I'd like her to be. Health-wise, I mean. It's that time of year where everyone's sick. She had pneumonia. Coughed up a little bit of blood at one point. Got on pretty heavy antibiotics for it. She's doing better, though.
Manual locks. No computer codes or nothing. The sewers is the only place you'd see one of these on Terrace. You can't use conventional security spikes on these old locks. But don't worry. I've come across them before. I've rigged up a little device that should do the trick.
We found Zalbar.
I'm glad to see you too, Big Z. You didn't think I'd forget about you. Mission in Zalbar, together forever.
Oh, that is very sweet. I have an improvised boom mic here with a Swiffer.
Without them,
That's what this is. Good to meet you, Zalbar. I'm Nemesis. Okay, he's swearing a life debt to me
A life debt?
because
You
we
sure about
saved
that,
him.
Bixie? Think about it carefully.
That's how Wookiees
Better
roll.
be sure about this.
So yeah, since I saved him, he offers himself as a life debt to me. They were gonna sell him into slave labor, which is crazy, but you know, it's Star Wars, you got a little bit of slavery. So yeah, I can repay you, blah
Bixie's
blah.
swearing a Wookiee life debt to you? Wow, this is major. Do you realize what it means?
Some kind of loyalty vow, isn't it?
A life debt is the most solemn vow a Wookiee can make. It means he'll stay by your side for the rest of your life. Wherever you go, whatever you do, Zalbar will be with you.
I'm honored to accept his vow.
I guess this means you're stuck with me, too. Wherever Big Z goes, I'm going. I almost lost him once. It's not gonna happen again.
I'm glad to have you aboard, mission.
So, I guess I still owe you one secret path into the Vulcan base. That was the deal, wasn't it? Don't worry. I know a back door into that scum den.
Good. Sooner we get there, the better.
I better come with you. The Vulkars put up a force shield to keep the sewer dwellers out. I'm one of the only non-Vulkars on Terrace who can get you past it. I can't remember exactly how to get there, but I know it was somewhere here in the sewers. Over to the northeast, if I remember right. I just hope the Rancor monster isn't still there.
Rancor? Are you serious?
There used to be a Rancor monster that made its nest in that part of the sewers. Pretty much eats anything it can get its claws on. That thing is huge! Luckily, Rancors aren't too bright. I was able to sneak past it before, so I'm sure we'll figure something out. That is, unless you want to change your mind.
That's not really an option. Let's go.
Okay then, off we go. Like I said, somewhere to the southeast. Just look for the force shield, and we'll know we're there.
Alright. Alright. I can choose to level up to 6, which I'm not going to do because I'm saving it for my Dantooine Jedi levels. So we're going to hear that annoying level up sound every time we do anything moving forward. Sorry. So we have to have Mission with us because she's the one that's going to get us into the Vulcar base. And at this point, I'm going to be deciding if I'm bringing along Zalbar or Karth. I can't do both. So Karth has been ripping people the fuck up with his pistols, which is nice. Zalbar, on the other hand, is a freaking tank, but I don't know. What do I want to do here? Because Mission... I think Mission has like a Vibra Blade, if I'm not mistaken. So she's doing melee. It's interesting that he's a scout as well. I don't know. I'm just gonna stick with Karth. Alright. Now, first and foremost, what I could do since I'm level 5 fully now is go on up to get back to my apartment, maybe go to the cantina, finish up all the fights that I can finish up, give the guy at the medical facility the rat ghoul serum, and then I can give the journals to Rookhill and then come back to the sewers to finish up that portion and get into the Vulcar base. So at this point, we're going to ignore that level up. I'm going to stick with level 5 for the remainder. We're going to return to Hideout. At some point, it's always a good idea to... it's going to have that level up noise for the rest of Terrace. Sorry. But it is good just to return to the hideout. Make sure you get before you go to the Volker base, make sure all your side quests are wrapped up and you've done everything that you want to do on Terrace, essentially. You'll have opportunities to later, but this is a decent time to do that. If I remember correctly, I don't think I was able to persuade her to get her quest line.
Did you manage to get Holden to withdraw the price on my head?
Oh. I spoke with Holden. I convinced him to remove the bounty on your head.
He called the bounty off? That's wonderful! I only wish I had something to give you as a reward. Wait a minute, I know. I don't have many credits, but there is something I can give you. It's a family heirloom. It's not much, but it's something.
Keep your reward, Dio. Helping you is thanks enough.
I can never truly repay you for helping me, but you'll always have my thanks for what you did.
So that's another good way, or good reason that we return to the hideout here in that scenario. So with Mission, she has a blaster. I wonder... I'll just leave her there. I'll just leave her with her blaster for now. I'll let her cook. My left eye's been bugging me a little bit. Alright. Let's go back and finish all of our fights, because I think we still have...
Hey there, what can I do for you?
I want to talk to you about your brother.
I was a little snappish when we last talked. I'm sorry about that. I get a little touchy when it comes to Griff. It's kind of embarrassing telling people about him.
Embarrassing? Why?
It's complicated. Griff wasn't the most popular guy. He had his faults. But I still loved him, you know? Sometimes people don't understand. I never knew my parents. My brother always looked out for me. He's the one who brought me here to Tars. I was just a kid, only 5. But I remember the trip, if you could call it that. We were stuffed inside a packing crate in the Starfighter's cargo hold with just enough food and water to make the trip. Not exactly first class, you know?
You were stowaways?
I don't know the whole story. I was pretty young, but my brother owed a lot of money. Might even have been a few arrest warrants out for him, I don't know. The only way to get off the planet was to smuggle ourselves out. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like we were criminals. Well, maybe my brother was. See, this is why I don't like to talk about it. It makes Griff sound worse than he really was. My brother had his problems, but he always looked out for me.
He's family. You have to stick by your family. Or I could say, what kind of problems did your brother have?
He gambled and drank, and he was always borrowing money for his latest get-rich-quick scheme. But he had a good heart.
So your brother's
you know?
kind of a piece of shit.
He taught me how to survive.
Is what I'm gathering
Showed me how
from
to
this.
slice into a computer security system, how to get inside a locked building without the entrance codes, and how to spot a wealthy mark for a quick shell game.
Pretty handy skills to have, Mission.
Yeah, Griff did right by me. I really miss him since he left. I keep hoping he'll come back someday. He promised me he would.
Why did he leave?
He fell in with a bad crowd. It's all Lena's fault. She's the one who took him from me. Just batted those long lashes at him and off he went.
Who's Lena?
I don't want to talk about Griff and Lena. Just the thought of that space tramp makes my blood boil. Subject's closed as far as I'm concerned. If I'm gonna be any help to you, I can't be worried about my brother running off with some intergalactic skank. So is there something else you need?
Nothing, never mind.
Okay, have it your way.
Yeah, we'll go on back. Cantina here. I'm probably not even going to worry with doing the Bendak fight, because you get dark side points for that. And I'm doing a light playthrough. and is the superior way to do this. Yeah, this is the arena, by the way. I'm ready for a duel. This is the first fight that's actually, like, kind of difficult. Like, I could very much lose this fight. We'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, draw your eyes to the center ring. He's a legend in the sport. A 20-year veteran who still knows how to show the young kids a trick or two. But there's always some young gun coming up to knock the veterans off. And we've got one of the best right here.
All right. I'm just gonna spam improve flurry, and hopefully this dude goes down. Damn, bro. See?
The stranger is down.
That's the one shitty thing about not leveling past 5 on Terrace. Is it actually is very possible to lose these fights.
For the up-and-coming rookie. Better luck next time, stranger.
That sucks. That was embarrassing. So, I'm not leveling up, dude. I'm holding off because, okay, the whole idea behind staying level 5 on Terrace is when you get to the next planet, and, I mean, this game is super old, if you're spoiled at this part. When you become a freaking Jedi on Dantooine, you can hit, I think it's like 3 levels right off with all the experience points you saved up from not leveling past 5 on Terrace. So you'll get like 3 Jedi levels, which is huge. So yeah, I'm not gonna level up. But how can I win this fight? You know? Can I not see my feats? Okay. I have improved. I don't have any two-hand weapon fighting, though. So... throwing a grenade won't do it, because he has melee. Yeah. How am I supposed to beat this guy? I don't have to beat him in Twitch, I guess. But I'd still like to, right? Here, let me save. That's weird, I couldn't win with the adrenal strength. I could try to heal with a freaking med pack in the fight. It's just then I'm not damaging him. Maybe I just got too greedy.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's a legend in the sport. A 20-year veteran who
still
knows how
wounded?
to show the young kids. But there's always some.
I wouldn't mind that. No, he has full health. He's just holding his side like he's hurt. I don't know why. Yeah, there's no point in throwing a grenade, I don't think. Let's do the adrenal strength and the adrenal alcritzy, whatever. Damn it. Why can't I beat this guy? Come on. Yeah. Barely.
It's over! The fight is over! The mysterious stranger has won! Marl is down, and questions abound! Is this the end for the long-time bet? Is it time for Marl to hang up his spurs? And what of the mysterious stranger? Twitch is waiting in the wings! Do you dare take a shot at the champion himself? Will the wild-eye wonder finally be unseated?
Yeah, it's weird. I feel like that guy is harder than Twitch. Twitch is the Rhodian guy. I don't think I have any. I just have regular med packs, and since I don't have any points in treat injury. Here, let's... I mean, not only for the experience points, but it's nice to get the credits from this. And I am a bit of a completionist with this game. So let's fight Twitch, which I'm hoping still stands, that as RNG aside, this should be an easier fight than the last one. He starts ranged, which means I'll throw a grenade right off the bat.
Draw your eyes to the center ring. We have a very special presentation in store for you. Hold on to your seats and stay back from the edges of the ring. He's wild, he's unpredictable, he's borderline psychotic. And he's the best damn duelist in the game today. Give it up for Twitch. But Twitch's opponent plans to take the champion down. Night after night, battle after battle, we've watched this young phenom rise through the ranks. In this corner, the challenger for the title of Taris Dueling Champion, the mysterious stranger.
All right. See what I mean? Since he starts out ranged, it's way easier than Marl. Yeah.
It's over! The fight is over! The Twitch's reign of terror is over!
On top to Twitch. Yeah, people would pay me a fortune to fight Bendak, but I'm not gonna do it because, you know, dark side points.
I've been watching you on the dueling ring. Not bad for an amateur. I'm tempted to come out of retirement and show you what it's like to do battle against a real champion, but I only fight in death matches. And not too many people are willing to step into the ring knowing they won't ever come out. How about you, stranger? You think you got what it takes?
I mean, honestly... if you do this match, you can get his pistol, which you can give to Karth, which is a good pistol or whatever. I don't really feel like doing it right now, personally. I don't even think it's worth the dark side points, just because, like, this game is, it favors you stat-wise if you just stick to one, either light or dark, and since I'm doing light, it doesn't make sense to do this fight right now.
Never figured you for a coward. You ever get the guts to fight me, come on back and we can set the match up. Otherwise, we've got nothing to talk about.
Yeah, I don't need his pistols that bad. So that's alright. Stop by at this little merchant right quick, since we got some credits. Make sure we got enough shit for going to the Volker base and whatnot.
Because of the Sith.
I still got plenty of med packs, but I'll just go ahead and buy 10 of them. Alright, fun fact about this game. The weapon that I bought just now, a Johnny Ritual brand, it's a two-handed sword, like a double-sided sword. Double-bladed, rather. The thing about double-bladed weapons in this game, there is a bit of a glitch, to my understanding, in the vanilla version of this game, where if you have a saber staff or like a double-handed weapon, we go to feats. Well, it doesn't show the feat. So there's two weapon fighting, which is one of the feats that you have to invest in if you want to fight with two swords or two lightsabers eventually. There is a glitch, I believe, where if you just have, rather than two swords, like one in each hand, or two lightsabers, one in each hand, if you have a double blade or a double-bladed lightsaber, you have essentially master two-hand weapon fighting. Like, even if you don't put any points into two-weapon fighting, you essentially have master two-weapon fighting with staff already. I don't know why, but it's some sort of a glitch, which is nice. I don't have to put points into it. I can go ahead and equip that better weapon, so I'm getting better damage and such. So, yeah. We'll go give the Ractal serum to this guy so he can synthesize it. I don't remember if we're then able to go ahead and buy it from him, so we can go give it to the people down in the Undercity before we give journals back to Rukil.
Hey, Car. You're a pilot for the Republic, right? You've been all over the galaxy, I bet, right? So tell me, how would you rate Tars compared to other worlds you've seen?
To be honest, Mission, Terrace would rate pretty low. The prejudice, the rich spoiling themselves while the poor are crushed beneath them. It's not a pretty picture.
Yeah, but that's only since the Sith occupation. Before that, well, I guess it wasn't all that different, really. Maybe Tars ain't as great as I thought, you know?
Trust me, Mission, there are a lot of worlds better than Terrace. There are worse, too, but Terrace is no place for a kid to live on her own. Even a kid who's got a Wookiee to look out for.
Hey, I ain't no kid. I look out for Zalbar as much as he looks out for me. Bixie's my friend, not my babysitter. Jeez, I come ask you a question, you give me a lecture.
Don't you snap at me, Missy. You want a lecture? How's this? Only bratty little children fly off the handle because of a simple comment.
Honestly, Karth has no room to talk here. Settle down right now, both of you.
I don't have to listen to you, Karth. You ain't my father, though you're sure old enough to be. So keep your lectures inside your withered old head, because I don't need them.
And I sure as hell don't need this. Let's just drop it and get back to what we were doing.
Interesting. Okay.
Welcome back. Are you in need of healing or medical supplies? I can treat you right here at the center for almost any condition, except the Raccoon disease, of course.
Well, I have the serum to cure the Raccoon disease.
You have the serum? Impossible. How did you get this? No, wait. I don't really want to know. Can I see it? The serum, I mean? I need to see if there's enough for me to analyze it so I can start producing it in mass quantities. Let me see. Yes, this is it. A cure for the rat ghoul disease. With this sample, I can make enough serum for everyone. The people of Terrace owe you a debt they can never repay. Please, take this small reward. It isn't much, but it's all I could afford. A few credits and 2 spare med packs.
Keep your reward, Zelka. You need it more than I do.
You truly have a noble and generous spirit. But you deserve something for your effort. Tell you what, I'll give you a discount whenever you shop at my store. It's the least I can do. Now, is there anything else I can do for you? Of course. Just step over here and I'll...
All right. We're just about ready to go back down to the sewers to the Hidden Beck entrance.
You blew it. If you'd brought that rat ghoul serum to Zax, you would have made it worth your while. No, you had to go and do the honorable thing.
Yeah. Alright, at this point in the game, I need to start stashing credits. I need to chill out buying a bunch of med packs and shit. Because I still gotta buy this damn droid.
He offered to, he enjoyed it out, and very good, and he behind Bolivia, when now for the Gilfta.
Get out of here, you goggle-eyed freak! You're too ugly for the upper city.
Yeah, go back to where you came from. We don't want your kind up here.
And he behind Bolivia.
Hey, you kids, leave that Authorian alone.
Why do you care what happens to some scummy alien? He's just a freak.
Yeah, he isn't even supposed to be in the upper city.
Where's Anakin Skywalker when you need him? Killing younglings. Just because he's different doesn't give you the right to attack him.
Come on, let's go. I don't want to listen to this alien lover anymore.
Gilfa. I like when they say Gilfa. You should be okay, Earl. You look hurt. Here, I've got a med pack. Let me help you. That's good.
Hey Karth, can I talk to you for a second?
Are you ready to have a civil chat? Or is this gonna be another childish tantrum?
Tantrum? I'm trying to apologize, you nerve herder. I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get mad at you. It's just that I'm sick of everyone treating me like I'm a helpless kid.
Yeah, I know. And I'm sorry about what I said too. I'm just a little on edge lately. Not surprising considering all we've been through, but we shouldn't take it out on you.
Alright, it's about time you two made up.
Mission, you have to know that we don't think you're helpless. I mean, look where we are. Look at what we're doing. You're not just along for the ride. We need you.
You really mean it, don't you? Nobody's ever said anything like that to me before. Not even Big Z.
Aw.
He might think it, but he's not really one for words, you know.
That's sweet.
Thanks, Karth.
Well, that's no big deal. I mean, I know it is. Sometimes you just need to hear a few words of encouragement. Kids are like that.
Kids are like that? Listen, you... Oh, I get it. Okay, you got me. You're pretty funny, Karth. For an old guy. Come on, geezer. Let's get back to what we were doing.
That's adorable. Alright. So that's good. That's good. They made up from the little argument they got into earlier. We still kind of have a lot to do on Terrace before we get out of here. So let's see how much of Terrace we can get through.
This elevator is off limits. It's obvious from the way you're dressed that you're not one of... Well, why didn't you say so? Just be careful, Don.
Alright. See what I mean? I don't have any points in 2-weapon fighting. But if you have a double-bladed weapon, not one in each hand, it doesn't matter. The game treats it as if you have all points in that skill. I'm pretty sure they fixed that in the second game, and granted it was Obsidian who did the second game. But yeah, that's one glitch that not many people know about in this game, but I think it's pretty cool. Because I like to exploit it, especially on Terrace when I'm hanging out 3 levels below what I should be, like towards the end of it. But when I do get my lightsaber, I'll probably just have a single blade for a while, because I've also been putting points into dueling, and that's typically kind of where I like to hang out. Or maybe I'll probably go double blade if I'm being honest, but you know. Alright, so we're in the Undercity. Let's go get these people the rat ghoul cure.
You have a cure? Quickly, I must inject it before it is too late. Yes, I feel the disease burning away. Thank you, Upworlder. You have saved us from a fate worse than death. I only wish I had some... Not long ago, an escape pod crashed. I'd tell you more if I could, but we should go now, Upworlder.
Alright. Help them out right quick. If it's dialogue that's not pertinent to the main quest, I don't stress too much about skipping through it like that.
Welcome back, Upworlder. How goes your quest? Have you found the journals of my father and grandfather?
I have all 3 journals here. Take them.
Can it be true? Is it possible that at long last, the dream of my father and grandfather before him will be fulfilled? I can hardly bear to look. Yes, yes, of course. Now I understand. It all makes sense. Now I see why the Promised Land has been so hard to find. It is so obvious. You have done a great thing, Upworlder. A selfless act that will bring great joy to all the people of this village. I must take this to Gendar right away.
Frukiel, what do you want now? Have you more fables of a hidden paradise just waiting for us to find it?
You may not think these are fables after you see what I have brought you, Gendar. Look at these journals.
What? No, it can't be. Are these real, Rukil? Is this information accurate?
I swear to you, everything in these journals is true, Gendar. The Promised Land. I told you I would find it.
The entrance is far from here, Rukil. It will take us weeks to get there, perhaps even months. And we will have to cross many Rakghoul-infested areas.
I do not deny the journey will be hard, Gendar. But surely it is better than the miserable life we have here.
Wise words, Rukil. Our supplies are high right now. We could leave by nightfall. I will tell the others to prepare for the journey.
Thank you once again, Upworlder. I will say a final goodbye. For where we are going, I fear you cannot come. The journey to the Promised Land is long and arduous.
Goodbye, Rookil, and good luck.
We must part ways here, Upworlder. I sense your destiny is yet to be chosen. The destiny of my people is at the end of a long journey ahead of us.
Awesome. I like to think that they make it to the Promised Land. That, funny enough, is supposed to be deeper into the planet, which is good if you think about what is to come on this planet. Cough, cough. I don't know if it was better to go through the other entrance or this one. I honestly couldn't tell you. Here we go. Now, there is another little area of the sewers here. I guess if I'm just going to be a completionist, I'll go ahead and do it, even though I know the base is right there. Just making sure there's nothing up here that we're missing. I think this goes into like another one of those big open areas. What was that noise? Oh yeah.
Ready?
Huh?
Yes?
I guess she failed to recover the mine. See, at least I know I'm getting all the skill points I can possibly get on Terrace. And a lot of the times, if you'll notice, like, in the combat, it's pretty much kosher to just go ahead and let auto attack happen if you have the stats for it. This should go back to kind of where we found Zalbar initially, I believe.
Yeah?
Sure.
Yeah, there's loot down here too that we wouldn't have found otherwise, so I don't regret going this way.
No problem. Got it.
Alright. Weapons locker. Ah, okay. Another reason to come down here is, I believe Zalbar's bowcaster and his equipment is in here. Yep. And a couple of Bazak cards, some grenades. Yeah.
Yes.
So ultimately, it is a good thing. And I could give that bowcaster to Karth, but he's good with his dual pistols right now. Go ahead and save. Now I just gotta find the Black Volker base. I already looted that earlier. Yeah, here we go.
You won't be able to get that computer to lower the energy fields unless you know the proper codes. Lucky for you, I've got them. I picked them off the pocket of a Black Volker who had a little too much to drink in the cantina one night. Here, let me get that energy field down for you.
Nice, nice. Oh yeah. So before we get into the actual Volker base, there's a little bit more of this upper sewers portion that we have to do. And coming up is the Rancor part as well. Time to rumble. Alright. What I typically do, I don't know if this is the right thing or not, but I typically kind of stay to the left when I get to the upper sewers portion. Because I know this kind of goes to the Rancor. But I may double back and just make sure, you know, like I said, that we're getting every bit of gameplay that we can get and XP. I hate when there's multiple ways you can go in video games. It'll be nice to get off of Terrace for good at some point. Okay, so this is not... Oh, wait, no. Alright. Okay, let's go exploring.
Huh?
What? Yes?
Yeah, this is how we get to the Rancor. Synthesized odor, back data pad. Before we go and actually deal with the Rancor, let's just go back and make sure we didn't miss anything loot-wise, like computer spikes, repair parts, that kind of stuff. Because we do have to kind of start saving our credits that we're getting to buy T3 later. There's still so much of Terrace that I have to do. It's actually a little discouraging, if I'm being quite honest, but I do this for the love of the game. This game specifically, I have a lot of love for. So yeah, ideally you kind of want most of your stuff to come from looting stuff and being thorough, so you don't have to use all your credits at a merchant to buy computer spikes and repair parts and all that crap. Because for the base coming up, we will need those kind of things. For now, we're going to deal with this Rancor, of which there's pretty much just kind of one correct way to do this. I mean, I'll show you the secret here. Solo mode, so your party doesn't attack the Rancor and aggro him. We're going to get couple frag grenades, computer spikes, then we're going to go back into the container and switch to give items, in which we will put that synthesized odor that we just found, along with a frag grenade. So he smells the bait, he comes and gets it, we put a frag grenade in there, it kills him. That's how you get past the Rancor. You could also do it with mines. I don't know why you would want to do that. You can just as easily do that. So then don't forget to turn solo mode off. I'm a habitual saver. Just gonna keep doing this. We are pretty much at the base. Yeah, game's picking up now. Alright, we're in the Volker base. This might actually be a decent time to cut out. I do appreciate y'all watching. Towards, since we're at the end of the stream, maybe I'll do like a little rant at the end of each stream. This is my end of stream rant. Today, I was pleased to get through a pretty good chunk of Terrace. We started out going into the Undercity pretty much, doing everything we needed to do down there, doing a couple of side quests, doing some more stuff in the arena, and now we're back down here. We made it through the upper sewers. We're just now getting to the Volker base, and this is where we're going to find our prototype accelerator so we can win the swoop race, get Bastila, and get the hell off this planet once and for all. I'm gonna shoot, like, next time we stream, we're gonna go ahead and try to get off a terrace next stream. I'm figuring this out little by little. We have our lighting, we have our audio balanced a little bit better. As always, thanks for watching, though. This has been Nemesis, and hope y'all have a good rest of your evening. Make sure we're saved, and peace, y'all.